you're gonna hear about my transformation. So you're gonna hear also about my background, and I will show you how I look today and what is my plans. So I don't want to make a really long video, so let's just go through it. I have a lot of pictures, so you're gonna see many pictures right here. Let's start from the days when I was very tiny. So I played basketball for maybe, I think, almost 10 years. When we moved here to Finland, we always were sportic and athletic. We did a lot of sports, a lot of things. I first was doing athletics, and then I think I was doing some gymnastics, and then I played basketball. And because I was so young, of course it transformed my body. I mean, my legs were with these bugs. I was really small, and then I was tiny, and then I had a lot of muscle, not many fat, but let's just remember the fact that I've always been in shape. And then I was really young, so this is the first picture I think I found of myself. I think I was around 16, 17, not sure. I will just put all the pictures here so you can see it, guys. This one. And I really have really tiny legs, and yeah, I was just a very tiny girl. I was playing basketball. We will train, I think, from 4 to 5 times a week, and our trains will last maybe from an hour and a half to almost 2. And then in summer times we had 3-hour trainings, and in the middle we ate some snacks. So I can already tell you that I did from a young age have a butt. I had a butt. It was really tiny because I didn't have a lot of fat, but then this was around those times when I was already starting to think about moving away from home. So I was hanging a lot with my friends. Yes, I was underage, but I was doing stuff I maybe shouldn't have done. I would party a lot, which involves being intoxicated, and then I was almost every weekend doing that. But I didn't really get fat because I was still playing basketball and stuff, so I was okay. But you can see, like, I've already had a butt since I was very young. So yeah. And then I remember just loving to see how women were fit, and then they had these 6-packs. I was already starting to go to the gym just to get some arm muscle. I remember looking in the mirror and being like, oh my god, my arms are so small, looking like a chicken. And then I was like, I'm going to the gym. And then I was going to the gym, but then it was after I met a very good friend of mine who was in love with fitness. I did love fitness, but I think she made me love it even more. And then since that day I was starting to lift, and then because I was really tiny and I really have good genes and I get muscle really easily, I was muscular in under 6 months of going to the gym. So my what are those? My shoulders became really big. If you see me now, I really don't have anything here. I'll tell you later why and stuff, simply because I didn't train them. But yeah. And then I had a really small belly and stuff, and I was just a very tiny girl. And then I wanted to get more bum muscle and bigger legs, and this was the time when my legs were starting to grow. And then yeah, I didn't still have a lot of muscle in my arms, but I was getting muscle in my legs because I just get weight in that place very well. And I was looking good, just like always. I was killing it. My arms looked really nice and my legs were looking very nice. And then this is when after a while I lost a lot of muscle, but also weight. I don't know what was the problem, but I just looked like this. Some people like me looking like this. Yes, I think I look cute, but I know I wanted more six-pack and then bigger arms, and then my legs were really fit, like really tuned and stuff. So yeah, I was still a tiny girl. Oh, I love this picture because I was so happy when I started seeing results. These are like the first time when I started to see results. Now this is like my muscular face. So I was having a very nice buttocks, and my glutes were up, and I really loved it, and I had a small belly. But my arms, I still I still think they were a little small, but I loved my legs, so I would take obviously pictures like that because I was like slaying it. My weight changed a lot. Sometimes I'm really heavy, sometimes I'm really not like fat, but obviously I look fat. But then sometimes I'm very skinny and muscular. It really changed. I'm just one of those person that my weight just goes around everywhere. So I really gain weight easily, I think, and I also lose them pretty easily. So I'm kind of blessed, and I'm kind of blessed with a curse, because I would like to say that I would just want to be muscular and not fat and not skinny, without gaining any weight and without losing any weight. So when we moved here with my boyfriend, I got some leg muscle because I was training leg, I think 2 times a week, and I looked great and I loved them. But then I remember I had this depression, and the school was just getting hard, and I'm really good at school. School is never difficult to me, but then at this phase I was just struggling with everything, with my life, with my relationship, because I wasn't feeling well, and I was getting help. I was going to visit a shrinker. I love that word, shrink. I was visiting a shrinker, and then I was just getting help because I was really depressed. Yes, I do have nice pictures, but I remember just hating myself, not feeling well. And then time is, of course, all the time passing, and my bum with my good genetics is always just getting bigger and bigger, which I love. But at this time I didn't notice that I'm getting a lot of fat between my thighs and in my back. So I would say my body is like it's very lower body dominant, because I really do have bigger lower body than my upper body, but at the same time I do get fat easily in my lower back, because there was a phase. Let me just show you the picture and you understand. Look at this. Yeah, don't mind I had a bad hair day, but look at this. This was me. So I was having a lot of fat here in my back, and then my waistline behind. I never really gain weight easily here in my belly. It's always like the same size. Yes, I do lose sometimes muscle there, but I just get them back like this fast, thank God. But at this time I was just hanging around too much with my friends, eating outside in McDonald's, always being girl stuff, you know, when you're intoxicated and then you're hungry and you just want to go outside, and you just want to go outside and just eat some McDonald's, and you're like, oh, it's only one, it's okay. But it just hit me. I was fat for my body, because I'm not normally looking like that. So it was a shock to me that I let myself look like that. And yeah, I was getting a lot of fat in my inner thighs and my back, but I didn't really notice it. And this is also one of those times when I was getting bigger bum, bigger legs, because I was training really hard. I don't really remember how I was eating. I was just eating normally. I didn't change my nutrition any kind of way. And you can really see like my lower body is really dominant, and I have really big thighs and a very short back, very short back. So yeah, and I was also very flexible, I guess. But then there's always those times when I realize like I'm kind of big, I realize like I need to change my nutrition and eat a little bit better, and then I lost the fat. During all this time I was weighing between 60 to 69. I think when I was at my heaviest, believe it or not, I was weighing about 80 kilos, which is a lot for me because I'm 170 centimeters. I'm obviously tall, but I think my normal weight is around 67, which I am right now. But then this tiny picture of me when I was really small, I think I was weighing around 60 or something. A little bit more. Yes, I've gained a lot of muscle, but I think I need to lose a lot of fat. I have a dark secret to tell you about birth control pills. Guys, you look for information. Read them, ask doctors. They say you will not gain weight, it doesn't gain weight, and that is the truth. But what it does, it makes your appetite bigger and you will eat more than you think you need to. And then when I realized that, like a couple of weeks ago, I have it in my vlogs, in one vlog, when I realized like I'm eating a lot more than I'm moving and exercising in the gym, I was getting results but at the same time getting fat, and I was like, oh my god. And now I've changed my nutrition completely. I'm still eating everything I want, of course, with just smaller portions, and I'm making sure I'm moving more outside, which is important. And now I've already lost a lot of fat. I also have some couple of pictures when I was really small. This was when I did not go to the gym, when I was really tiny. I don't want to look like that anymore. But you can see baby girl had back since then. I already had about, but yeah, let me look. Okay, I would say here I was my skinniest, and then here I was my fattiest, and then I would say where I had most muscle but not a lot of fat, I would say here. I think here I had the most muscle. I was having a lot of muscle and not many fat. But now I stopped squatting, so I've lost a lot of muscle from my thighs, which I don't really care because I can grow them like really quickly. I'm just doing that because I want to tune myself and do some more cardio just to make my thighs a little bit stronger, and then I will start gaining a lot muscle. I'll start gaining my muscles back, and then this is how I look now. My legs are, I would say my legs, you know, to focus on this. It doesn't want to, okay. I think my legs looks okay, and my belly has always been small, so it's okay. And I would like bigger arms, and then I'm just going to tune my legs smaller and then start growing my muscle back to my thighs. So I want them a little bit bigger. I don't want any hips or a bigger bum. That's why I quit squatting. So you can see this friend right here, I want her gone, and or I just want her to stay like that but not any bigger. And I think I have a lot of back fat to lose because I've always had back fat, and it's really difficult to get rid of them. I think you should know when you start losing weight and gaining muscles and doing what you want. It's really important that you know when you gain fat that what is the first place it goes to. Well, mine goes to my lower back and upper back, and then I would say my, oh look, the sun came back. Anyways, my fat goes to lower back, and then upper back, and then in my inner thighs, and then I don't know, maybe belly. but I would say belly has never been my problem. So just know what's your problem areas, and then when you're eating what you want, french fries, which are my favorites, you think about like, oh my god, it's going straight to my belly, or your problem area. So I think the hardest for me is to get more back muscle. I actually have a picture when I was younger and I was playing basketball and I was working out, just doing basketball, not even gym. Like my back was really ripped, and I will do a physique video of my body following this one, not in this same video but soon, so you can see how my back looks like. And I will take some pictures and you can see my physique, and I will show you my pictures before and after in that video. But this is my transformation from skinny to fit and fat, and skinny and muscular and fit and fat, and yeah, it will always be changing, I guess. But now I would say, I hope I'm not skinny but I don't feel fat. I would say I'm muscular but not that big, so I'm just getting to the skinny me. But I hope I just lose more fat from my back, and then I will start heavy lifting but not heavy squatting. So thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you liked it, and wait for my physique update video.